Howdy YouTubers, here again for another Arena YouTube video, and again back in it with the Arena powered cube, and into pack 1 we go, and immediately can see a Mox Pearl, so that's definitely the one I'm going to be taking here for sure. But anything else that might interest me on the wheel, not really anything too crazy. I guess maybe Ancient Tomb, but that's not anything I need particularly early. Well, I'm assuming that's probably not going to come back around. So I guess maybe Hierarch, Parallax Wave could be the one that maybe interests me on the wheel, but without a doubt, Mox Pearl taken for pick 1. So what else are we kind of looking for? Okay, well, pack 2 anyway. That fast bond could be something if I'm trying to ramp out particularly quickly. And I guess if we've got some graveyard recursion as well to get the lands back from, can't remember the name of the card, but that's the artifact, is it Zoran Orb? So that might be quite good with fast bond. But what else is in this pack? Guess Copter or Figure of Destiny if I wanted to go more aggro, because there wasn't really anything in pack 1 for Boros. But then do I want to take it Figure of this early? I think the fast bond kind of is enticing me, though it did do a green deck on the first time, so maybe Boros, but I don't know. I kind of like the fast bond because it seems to have a better upside if I can get some pieces for it. What else? No, maybe Damn, but it doesn't really work, I guess, with what I've currently got. Obviously, Pearl is going to go in any deck. Maybe some aggro white stuff now. Maybe I should have taken the Figure of Destiny, because there's nothing else here that's looking good. I guess Consult the Stars kind of works with, I guess, fast bond if you can get a lot of lands out early. Again, I did green blue yesterday, so maybe some white aggro or red white aggro. When this creature enters each opponent, exiles a card. So it doesn't only slow them down by a turn, but maybe that's kind of good. Yeah, I'll take the Consult. So what have we got here? Demonic Tutor again, which I don't think I'm going to take. Some red stuff. Pyrogoyf, which is fairly good. Or Wooded Foothills might be better for fetch. There's Entomb if we maybe want to go down to some kind of Reanimator route. I mean, there wasn't any Reanimator stuff in the previous pack, so maybe there's something else that might come up, or maybe people are picking it. But I guess because Entomb's come around, doesn't really say that people are leaning into that. So Entomb might be all right here, and you got Cauldron as well, possibly. Yeah, I'll take an Entomb, see how that goes. Wishclaw for some combo, Marsh Flats, I guess Mystical Tutor for just finding anything decent for something that's not in your hand currently. So I guess instant sorcery things, Cryptic possibly, but triple blue, not too sure. There's the Torsten if you ever get the flash again. Another white aggro piece there. Don't think I'm going to go for the Torsten here. Maybe just Talisman, I would say. Yogwill, okay. Duress is pretty good. Memory Lapse. But don't think I'm going to pick the Yogwill. This, I guess, Dig Through Time. There's not much blues come around. Maybe just the green-black land, I suppose. Trying to think if red is better for Reanimator or green for Reanimator. I guess because of the fast bond, I'd pick the green-black land here. Sure. Pillage, maybe. Dress Down. Tar Pit's fairly good, or Ponder, but I'm not seeing much blue come around, so I'm not too sure. And I guess if you've got fast bond, you can look at more lands early on. So maybe the Pillage, just to try and find something as a kind of a pseudo tutor. Sure. So there's an Underground Sea, Misty, Cut, the Jewel possibly, but doesn't feel like a Jewel deck currently. I guess the safest pick is probably Misty. If I do pick up any more kind of blue cards. But yeah, again, it's probably the safer pick here. I don't think I want anything else at the moment. Okay, so my pack. So the Tameo could be an option here. I don't think I want any of these green cards. Doesn't feel like I'm going into white. So I think the Tameo might be the option here. I guess Confluence would be an alright one, but I think we'll just take the Tameo. Now we've got a green, blue, red land, which I can get with Misty. I guess Liberator's okay for getting rid of any kind of annoying artifacts and enchantments, which essentially can flip into just a bigger creature, but I think I'll just take the land here. So there's a dam, but that's double white, so am I just taking it just for a single creature removal spell? Or am I taking the Dark Slick Shores and seeing if I get some more blue? I probably don't need that. I feel like I'm maybe more into the black, so I'll take the dam. Okay, Petal's fairly good, or maybe just the Mosswood for a draw. But then there's a Cauldron, which I think I'll take the draw. I think it's fine. Considering the Cauldron, Torsten, don't think so. Oh, big white. I guess I'll take that just in case I get Flash, Yogwill, and Duress. I think I'll take the Will, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to play that. And Night's Whisper, sure. Well, there's a Lion's Eye Diamond and a Jet. Okay. It doesn't feel like I'm really combo at the moment. There's Reanimate as well. But I think I just have to take another Jet, but the Reanimate is unlikely to come back again. And there are a few other reanimation spells in the cube, so maybe, but again, I don't even have anything worth reanimating at the moment. There's a Raphalos, again, that's kind of green, which I did already, so I don't really want to go down that, but if it's being pushed onto me, then I guess I should consider it again. But this deck feels particularly loose. There's nothing really that's like screaming out to me of any kind of win cons, but I have to take another jet. Unfortunately, it's too good. Booster Tutor, Sprawl. That's really the only ones actually here. So I guess I'm in black, so I might as well take Booster Tutor and think about maybe getting some fixing. So obviously I've got red, blue, and green and black. So Booster Tutor it is, because you still need the colours for whatever you pick. Okay, there's Recurring Nightmare and Overlord. But again, I don't have any creatures other than Mosswort. Literally one creature, so I need more creatures. So maybe the Recurring Nightmare might not be the pick here. It could just be maybe Overlord. There is a second piece of reanimation that I am passing along, which obviously is going to kind of send messages to people next to me. But then that one, you do need multiple creatures for it to work, so I think I'm just going to take an Overlord as just a creature at this time. Voidwalker, okay. Life and Death. All lands become 1/1s, and you can return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield and lose. So basically, it's kind of like a reanimate. Voidwalker is pretty good. Currency Converter, maybe. Could just take the Dorothy Voidwalker as, again, another creature early on, which I don't have. I don't think I'm Everson Pilgrim. Like, this fast bond isn't really doing much in my deck at the moment, I don't think. Because I've got no way to abuse it, so I'm just going to take the Voidwalker, I think. And what have we got now? Woe Strider. Probably here. Bring Heartland Tuco. For green stuff. Sleight of Hand. Maybe Woe Strider. And if the Recurring Nightmare comes around, you can sack the goat. But that's also pretty good, I guess, if I'm milling with Tameo, just to get a creature back from that. So not too excited about the picks I've kind of seen so far. Citadel. Maybe stick with just the black card, so Bitter Triumph maybe, or Preacher. I guess I don't have any removal. I've got Damn. And that's kind of it. So if I take Bitter Triumph here, I guess Shieldred is probably the pick. Maybe the Caustic Bronco, if that wheels comes back around. Relic. There's a very, very late channel, but I don't think I'm going to be taking that here. So I think it's just a Shieldred. What have we got here? Souls. Discard or sacrifice a permanent. Equal to the power of permanent cards in graveyards, and its toughness is equal to +1, which I guess kind of works with Tameo. I think I'm just going to take the Souls, but I think I'll take the Court. Take the 1-drop, it's fine. Wow, Diamond came back around, but again, I'm not using it, I'm not utilising it, I don't have any draw. Though I do have Yogg Will, but I don't think I'm storming with it. But I guess I'll take Tear. Okay, Talisman, Expedition Map. Might just take a Talisman for some ramp, and if I need it for the Booster Tutor, or Bankbuster possibly for some draw. Yeah, I think I'll take the Bankbuster here. Well, Recovering Nightmare came around, but obviously Reanimate didn't. Like, I think I'll take it here because it's better than Cruise, I think, in this instance. Godless Shrine, maybe, if I want to get some white. Or maybe Once Upon a Time. I guess Misty's not... Sorry, Shrine's not fetchable with Misty, but just in case I want to splash some white. Spring Heart and Tuco is probably fine. And I don't think I'm going to be in red. Spiral. Well, okay. On to pack 3. What have we got? Not too much, I guess. Quasi Revenant, possibly in black. I don't think I'm going to be splashing to Fairy here. Hedge Maze, maybe. If I'm splashing blue, but I literally only have Consult the Stars, which I'm unlikely to do. So maybe it's just the Kasi Revenant. Okay, Time Twister. Don't think so. We've got Mox Diamond for some ramp counter spells. There's actually quite a lot of blue. Time Twister. Am I even green here? Like, I don't even know if I'm really even in green. So maybe I can Time Twister. But then in that case, it's Brainstorm Counter Spell and Thief. Like, I guess I've got 2 lots, so maybe I'll take the Time Twister here. Okay, well, there's Grizzlebrand there, so that's a very good reanimate spell here. Necromancy, but that might not come back around again. And Saga to pick up some pearls, some Moxo. I think I have to take the Grizzlebrand in this instance with Recurring Nightmare and Entomb, and then maybe try and wheel the Necromancy, but definitely take the Grizzlebrand here. Cut down Grist, Zagoth Triome. Triome might be the pick, or Grist, I guess, is fairly good, and then it's like removal, and again, insects is good with Recurring Nightmare. Strix is also pretty good. So maybe I'm still leaning back into black green. Deep Cavern Bat's fairly good, and then Adartha if I want to use for the white. And is also fetchable through Misty, which could be the pick here. Or am I doing a Vaultborn Torrent? I think I want more fixing, I would say. I mean, how many creatures have I got? 9 creatures. I really need some more creatures though. Grave Titan, okay. Crucible, don't think so. Fallen Shinobi, but don't think that. I think I'm just going to take a Grave Titan here. Well, okay, now we're getting some stuff back. So Nether Goyf is powered equal to the number of card types among cards in the graveyard. So it's basically like a the green Goyf, but with escape. But I think I'm going to take the grief just for some interaction. There's the flash, but obviously I'm not going to be doing that now. So yeah, take the grief here. Luis is probably good enough here. Yeah, I don't need the raucous because I'm not in red. So fast, I guess I am. Yeah, black green. So then 2 goods come in. I don't know about the fast bond at the moment. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Tarmogoyf. Is Tarmogoyf okay here? Possibly, for just another 2-drop creature. So 12, that'd be 13 creatures. Don't think I'm going to be time twistering then anymore. And maybe the fast one will keep. Flooded Strand or Yawgmoth. Don't think it's a Yawgmoth deck, but might be good for, I guess, proliferating on Grist, possibly, but we'll see. Crop rotation. Don't think so. Maybe a Bill is another 2-drop, but not too sure. Nissa Takanuma could be. Takanuma might be pretty good for getting something back. I might just take the Takanuma. Bat came around where, again, that's handy. And Shinobi, which I'm probably not going to splash for. And there's another Goyf. Okay, so she got some pretty good creatures near the end there. I was kind of sweating a little bit. So let's see what we got. Take all the lands out. 32 fast bond. Don't have any ways to benefit from that, so I might just leave out that. So there's the Pearl. So 29. Booster Tutor, can see myself keeping. Curtains is probably gonna not cut it. And I guess Tamio, don't think it's good enough really to splash for. And then the Goyf, is that good enough to keep? Not too sure. So I've got Bat, Night's Whisper, Talisman. Am I talismaning? Might not need the talisman as I'm not really doing combo. And then Reckoner. Do I reckon can maybe cut? Maybe this is not really a Bill deck either. So take out the concealed. 26. I need to do two more cuts. I think I'll keep that because it's got some value on from the graveyard. That's pretty good. Pillage maybe can be a cut. Maybe I'm not even a Grizzlebrand deck. So the only thing I have is Recurring Nightmare. So unless I entombed it with Recurring Nightmare, I guess that's still okay. And I guess I can get it back with Overlord if I need to desperately cast it. The Dorothy's pretty good here, I think. Maybe the Spring Heart isn't that great. Or maybe the Goyf. Do I want the Bankbuster for draw, or do I just want to keep maybe Night's Whisper? Or maybe I don't need the Night's Whisper to draw stuff. I think I'd rather have Bankbuster instead of the Knight's Whisper in this instance. Then Nethergoyf is not great on turn 1, but I guess Entomb, Recurring Nightmare can get rid of the Goyf and trade it for something bigger. Maybe the Yawgmoth isn't that great here, though I suppose it does work with the, is it the insects that it makes or the insects from Grist, so that's probably okay to keep. So one more cut, maybe just the Talisman, but I guess Talisman does help find stuff, but I think I'll take off the Talisman, add in the Jet and the Pearl, and guess Misty, don't need the Ketria anymore. Idartha, Misty can fetch Overgrown Tomb and the Idartha. Then do I want to splash for some white for the dam? Because I've got one white there, another white there, and then also with Pearl, so I guess so. And lands. Oh, so I've got, how many lands is that? So it's 17. I need to go down 1. So it's at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I actually, oh, did I miscalculate? Did I miscount? So I've got 16 with 2 pearls. So I need to get rid of more, I suppose. Is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 2 pearls, 18. So I guess I do get rid of the Bank Buster here, and I guess the Nethergoyf. That is 14 creatures. See what we've got. Removal, some removal. Tear Asunder is fairly decent, I would say, with all the artifacts that are in the cube. And again, maybe I can pick off something with Booster Tutor, though I'm not gonna use it as a definite. Maybe it's the Yawgmoth. And then add in, I guess, either the Goyf or the Bristly Bill. Turn to Deep Cavern Bat. And then, yeah. Maybe even that as an early blocker against aggro, but I think I'm going to keep it like this, actually. We'll just leave it like this and see how it goes. And already on to game 1, and we're up against Mirror Kirby 3. And I'm first with a bat on turn 2, some removal, and then loose. It seems fine, I guess. Turn 1, turn 2 into bat. Sure. Looks like our opponent's taken a mulligan. Obviously deciding if they want to keep or not. and they are marsh flats. So white, black, or some kind of combination. They've also got Refuser, Esper, something, Booster Tutor. I think I'm still gonna bat just to see what we're up against. Tinker, Sapphire, Jace. Well, they would have had Tinker on turn 3, so I think I take the Tinker here instead of the Sapphire in case they draw another artifact. But glad I did the bat instead of the booster. So they're multiple, so everything but green by the looks of it. So obviously they're comboing with Jace, I assume, so Teferi for the white, presumably. Classy Revenant. Does it hit? No, just creatures, not planeswalkers. So let's attack for 1. Booster Tutor, see what we get. Soul Ring. Urza's Saga could be something here. Show and Tell not too great here. Another Louise and a Torsten. I don't have any white for No More Lies. It's either Soul Ring or Urza's Saga. And I guess Soul Ring because I've got a Louise, which would help for ramp. So let's take a Soul Ring, I think. So the next time I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll be a 4/4. So it'll be 6, 5. Jace. So they're going to mill themselves up, presumably. Nope, milling me, but I'm happy with that. I don't mind the mill. Yawgmoth. Let's, I guess, still attack the Jace. Or if I'm just going to face. Tempted to go face because if they go 14 and then this turn then they'll take 6 from that. I think I'm just going to go face, to be honest. Play this and then do this for 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 10. And see what they've got. Hopefully no board wipes, but 2 lands at the top of my deck, which is pretty good. Don't want to draw them. So I guess next turn it would maybe just do the Yawgmoth or just to get the Kasi down, and if it dies, renew it back onto something. And what's the opponent thinking? I guess they want to get back their Tinker. Sure. Oh well. Yep. And I've drawn a land. So milled 2 lands. Well, however many lands, another land gone. Do I want this or do I want this done? I guess I'll just... Oh, actually getting both out, so that's handy. But not looking too good for me, I think, in this situation. Now that they've got their Tinker back. Though they did spend quite a bit of life on the fire. Entomb and another land. The next turn is draw 7. But again, I need something here. But feels like they definitely have. So obviously they're not milling themselves with the Jace. So they're just using, I guess, Jace as a draw, really. Would be nice to get maybe Recurring Nightmare and then get back Grave Titan. Be interesting to know what the Tinker target is. Could be Citadel if they're splashing black, or they've got black, I should say, but okay. Well, there's an Ugin. Okay. Yep. Oh dear. This is very over, I think, for me. What can I hit? Pillage, Sheoldred, Dorothy, Grist. I think I probably need to take the Bitter Triumph here just to get rid of the Ugin. And then pay the 3 life. Kill the Ugin. And am I back? I think I probably have to hit Chase at least once. Just to stop him from ultimating. What have I got? 21 versus 22 cards in deck. Oh, there goes my Nightmare. It's a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could actually cast Griselbrand, but then I'm not probably particularly drawing 7. Coveted Jewel. Well, I think I might have to got 5 mana, and then if I connect, I get it. But with 8 cards in hand, this is highly unlikely. Abomination, yeah. Land, pillage, and obviously then what's in my hand. Yeah, I think this is definitely a losing battle, unfortunately. They've just had too much, I know, interaction, I guess, for me, or just, yeah. Yep, burn a drain. So still got Griselbrand, but doesn't really do much. Again, they've just had all the answers for me, unfortunately. There goes the Griselbrand, so that's probably it now. See what they get with Booster Tutor, but I think this is definitely a scoop, unfortunately. I think that's kind of why I needed the Barrogoyf. Take 5 from the opponent. What else have they got? They still haven't bothered to tinker, so maybe this is what we'll see what they get from it. Again, Citadel doesn't really do much here with their 7 life, but maybe they don't actually have any other targets for it. So it was Citadel, but not too great here. But yeah, we'll scoop it up. GG's. Not too sure what I could have done there actually. Maybe I need an earlier play. Maybe that was the reason why. Though I did have Bat on turn 2, but then maybe the Goyf is better than the Yawgmoth in this situation. I guess Talon actually might have been pretty good getting up the Recurring Nightmare. Yeah, that's. I guess Tamiyo actually would have been pretty good in that situation as well, trying to get something back which has been milled. So maybe the Tamiyo, but I'll just switch out those two and maybe run it back. I guess actually maybe taking the mocks at the start might have been better, as they didn't seem to have any other artifacts, but I wouldn't have known that. On the draw against a loot tree with 2 lands which are not the correct colours, so it's definitely a mulligan. And this seems fine. Get rid of forest, I would say. I hope to draw 4th land, which just seems likely, but this hand is not great either, I don't think. But here we go. Okay, so still a Dather on turn 1, then Kasi on turn 2, and then Grief next turn. So they are blue-red. So maybe a mixture of aggro with some powerful blue spells. Unless they are some other variation, then yeah, what do they discard? And are they gonna shoot down my Kasi before blocks? They're thinking, nope, they're discarding that, sure. Do I take the trade? I think so. Or do I? I can get it back, but I think because they're going to want to cast that next turn. So I think I'm just going to take a hit this turn and a land for me. And let's just grief, see what they've got in hand. Maybe I can snipe something they don't want. Okay, the Fury is probably the thing here, I would say. Take the Fury. Slash for 4 damage, which is sorcery though. Okay, so I will attack this turn because I'm happy to trade the grief for the Magda, I think. Yep. 1, 2, so they can Jace, which is a little annoying. So yeah, I think maybe they are just Jacing. Wow. I'm getting run over, so run over. This is not great. Take 6, 7, 8. But then they just Jace bounce, don't they, next turn? But yeah. Gosh. And then Voidwalker doesn't do anything either, not really. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm just passing and have to tear asunder something. Maybe the Inti before attacks, I think. So yes, obviously they get a treasure and they're going to Jace, but not much else I think I could do here. What am I drawing into? Because obviously they're going to, oh no, they're just going to Fate Seal me instead. I'm assuming that's a land on top. Yeah, so land, Dorothy, pass, but with the Jace down, I don't think there's really anything I can do in this situation because I can't block. Yeah. Is he just going to bounce? Sure. Again, can't block, so not too sure about the bounce. Shieldred. Again, just bouncing again, I think. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have another creature, but I think it's probably too little too late here. Because, again, they just bounce the Shieldred, can't block. But maybe they don't realise that it can't block. No, they just had it, just top decked it probably. But alrighty, that was worse than the first game. Well, here we go. Last one possibly, but hopefully not. It would be good to at least get one win. I didn't think it was that bad of a deck, but I guess it was. So what have we got? Got some draw there, Goif there. So I guess that's a keep. Opponent, another Marsh Flats player with blue-white. Do they keep it on top, whatever they're surveilling into? They do. Pillage from me, which not going to use at this point of the game. Duelist. Booster tutor. This does make them discard, but I think obviously you have to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I won't discard quite yet. To land. There we go. So straight up Esper again for the opponent. I'm assuming if they pass, they've got a counter in hand, unless they actually want to cast something here. Grief. Do I want to grief? What am I exiling? Maybe the Goif. It's not really doing anything at the moment. Maybe I will tutor first, see if they want to do anything for that. Urza, shards. Wow. Am I taking a land here? Or am I taking a shards, possibly? Could be just taking the shards, kill the duelist. Or am I taking a land? I've played land for turn. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the shards and discard the Woe Strider, or maybe... Oh, I ran out of time. Oh dear, it's too slow. what does the opponent take here now? Maybe they take my shards, as it's the only removal I've got. They take the grief. Sure. Oh, I thought I had more time. I was being lazy, I suppose. Well, no, I don't really care about the concealed curtains, but then it is going to transform to 3/4. You want to take the shoulders? Sure, do that. Kill the goif. I really need a land here, so recurring nightmare. Oh, I think I need a land. I need the land. Teferi, yep. I want to Sheldred next turn, but might be too little too late here, unfortunately. Just got a bit too much pressure in the air. Pretty much dead in 2 turns. Where are my lands? Triple Teferi, yep. Down to 4. And nothing, unfortunately, not this time. GG. So, 3 losses. Well, that was pretty disappointing, I have to say. Again, would have been nice to have won at least 1 game, but I guess I just didn't quite get the deck I needed to make some wins. Well, let's have a quick look at the deck, but oh, I can't even see the deck anymore. Well, anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.